My name is Howie Weisbrod, and I was a member of the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club for 42 years.
Let's fucking go!
My family was a middle-class family. We lived in Brooklyn. My parents were great. My father was the best man you're going to find, 1,000% honest and stand up, and you couldn't find a better man than my father. In the Jewish religion, you have a bar mitzvah, which is a boy becoming a man, and it's at 13 years old. I went to Hebrew school beforehand, so I was taught what to say at my bar mitzvah. Because it was in the summer and the air conditioning in the place was broke. So it was hot as hell. Everybody's soaking wet with sweat, wearing suits and ties and everything. But we had a lot of fun, My friends were there, my parents' friends and all my relatives. We danced and had a good time. That was probably the end of my Jewish learning days.
As far as what my religious beliefs are Hells Angels. That's my religion, my way of life, my profession, everything.
I always thought, man, if I could someday be a Hells Angel, that'd be everything. To spend your life thinking, how am I going to have more fun today than I had yesterday? That's about as cool as you could get. The day I received my patch was March 3rd, 1972. I was on a high like there ain't enough drugs to put me on that kind of high. I was so proud and felt so good about getting my patch. It told me what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. It opened my eyes to what I could be and what I should be. My life was devoted to the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club. Everything I said, did, or attempted to do was to promote the club. Everything society hears concerning the club is usually on the bad side. I don't feel like my parents ever warmed up to the fact that I was a member. The last thing they wanted their son to be doing is something on the bad side, to go to prison for, or whatever. My parents always loved and supported me, but they were not a fan of the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club.
You say we're fascistic, we're anti-Semitic or whatever. Well, I guess I'm the proof that we ain't. Because I'm Jewish, and I sure ain't a fascist, and I sure ain't anti-Semitic because I don't hate myself,
I knew some members were more prejudiced than others. Look, from the beginning, there's been Mexicans in the club. There's no question about it. For a lot of years, there's always been Jews in the club. Like me, I'm not a practicing Jew, but I'm, born and raised as a Jew. I'll die as a Jew. And I gotta say, all in all, I never really experienced any anti-Semitism.
No comment to reporters in Los Angeles. For the leader of the Hells Angels, who was spending his first night out of jail in over a year. Ralph Sonny Barger was released on $100,000 bail this afternoon. He faces a retrial on racketeering.
I felt a very strong camaraderie with Sonny. He was, obviously, I looked at him as a mentor, and he's my hero. I felt like for him to even know my name put me on top of the world. He was my God in a way. All my life, I would have gladly taken a bullet for him. And I considered him not only my mentor and my hero, but my closest confidant. We're talking about 42 years of friendship. I should have been more aware of what could happen, because I've seen it happen over and over with Sonny and other members. I only blame myself for not realizing the direction Sonny was going. It should have been so clear to me. Looking back, it's so clear. Sonny Barger was only concerned about himself, his worth. He was the club. He said it to me in enough times, in enough different ways, that he could turn the club on or off, and it was up to his liking. When all of this finally did happen, I was in total shock. I didn't think it was possible for me to be kicked out bad. The things that I thought were real weren't, because there's no way I could, and I know I'm saying it, that I'd be willing to take a bullet or die for someone, where that person can't be saying the same fucking thing about me, because we're talking about something a lot less than fucking taking a bullet or dying from. Everything I loved and trusted in was smoke. It was bullshit. You know, you can't say, I love you today and I hate you tomorrow. You know, how'd that happen?